just know the piercing, you all tatted up, the nail polish, the nails, them acrylics, girl, you gotta go. Hi, YouTubers. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday slash winter break. Um, so it's been a little minute since I've done a nursing school update, or tips or anything. A few of you have asked to see more nursing vlogs, and with that, I do want to do more nursing vlogs, but the issue is will it be too boring? Because in nursing school we do clinicals, we're in class all day, we study all the time, and then there's like this small bit that we get to actually have fun. And so when I do those small bits, I actually vlog those, like when we go to the club or when I'm hanging out with my study group and we're doing other stuff than studying. But if you guys do want to see things like that, like the video, comment, let me know, and I'll go gung-ho for it. But the thing with clinicals, I cannot film my clinicals due to strict legal laws of protecting people's identities and things of that matter. And the same thing goes with my classes and with my teachers being recorded. In my program, they actually do look up things like that, and so there is no way, no chance that I'm going to risk my future job or risk being kicked out of nursing school for those things. But I can do more videos of my study group, like I said, or more videos of me going in and out of class, going to clinicals, talking about my experiences without including people's names and things like that. And for you all nursing students or anyone that doesn't know about the health field, you will learn about those legal laws when you get there. But it's all about protecting people's identities and their personal issues. But let's get into this nursing school prereqs and first semester tips. Okay, let's start from the beginning before you even get to nursing school. Prereqs. Okay, here's some things that I would do differently if I knew me now when I first started school, freshman year. In prereqs, your freshman year, you're like, oh, 12 credits is the minimum amount that you can have to get financial aid. So you're like, okay, I'm going to take 12 credits. And 12 credits is easy. You taking your Comp 1, Comp 2, humanities classes, or college algebra, stuff like that. But you want to try to aim to take 16, 15, 16 credit hours. Because when you get in the habit of studying a little bit more than your friends, that they have all day to do anything, have all night to do anything. Not saying that your life will be over, but it'll just help you be ready for nursing school when you start, because you're going to have a heavier load than 12 credit hours. So why not get into the swing of those while you can, before you get thrown into the fire and you're like, I ain't never had this many credit hours. This is so stressful, don't know how to organize. If you start from the beginning, you'll do well when you get into the program. So for my program, we have about 12 credit hours per semester. Some programs may have it differently, but just because it's 12 credit hours, it doesn't reflect our workload. And usually our workload is about, in reality, 16 to 18 credit hours. So you just want to make sure that um, condition yourself to be ready for that. Secondly, I always advise for for nursing prereqs that at some point you take 2 sciences so you realize the workload as well as taking 15 to 16 credit hours, because even if you take 15 to 16 credit hours, a lot of those credit hours could be easy classes like nutrition and wellness or more electives, and you only have 1 science class. So taking 2 science classes helps you learn how to balance, helps you learn how to organize, because with those classes you have tests hitting you back to back sometimes, and that's how it will be in nursing school depending on where you attend. But I really do advise that. Some people try to run from it, and they'll take more classes over the summer, 1 science a semester, whatever. And I am not gonna lie, I did that, but I couldn't escape the fate because I had to retake a science, and so in that matter I had to take 2 sciences in the summer, which was horrible because summer has less weeks than like a regular semester like fall or spring, so you know how that went. I mean, I did well in my prereq, so I can't complain, but it's tough, but the goal is nursing school. Number right? 3, I advise that you really get to know your anatomy 1 and anatomy 2. To be more specific, anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. Because I don't know about other states or other private programs, but I took pathophysiology my first semester, and if I did not know anatomy 1 and anatomy 2, I don't know how well I would have done. So with pathophysiology, it's about how the body works and the anatomy of the body, but it's the pathology of it, what can go wrong if something happens to the heart or to the lungs or the kidneys. And so some teachers do revisit the basics of anatomy to teach you how the organs function, and then they say, okay, now that you know how it works, what happens if I cut this off or if this gets diseased? And so it's just better to be ahead of the game so that when your teacher starts talking about the function of the heart or the lungs or the kidneys or etc., you already know that. So you done cut half your studying time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, while everybody else is struggling, you're like, I already know that. I already know the filtration and reabsorption of the kidney tubules and all of that. I know how the heart, how the blood moves through the heart, and so you don't have to worry about wasting your time. It's not really wasting your time, but that's things you should have already learned. Okay. So after that rant, on to the next topic. The following advice is going to be for all my current nursing students entering a program for the first semester. So get ready for this tea, because I wish I had someone to tell me this is what I should have done when I started the program. So I'm about to let y'all in on a little exclusive. to y'all. Okay, so for first semester, I honestly believe that once you get accepted, once they call you, once they send you a letter, whatever, you should start refreshing on all your core classes that was required for the program, like anatomy, chemistry, microbiology, basic math, not so much college algebra, but like basic math of dividing, multiplying decimals, um, you know, how much is, how many drops are in 1 milliliter, those type of measurements. It's just going to help you get your foot in the door. As far as when they start teaching you guys things, you already be refreshed, and so you won't be as behind as someone that didn't really learn what they learned in their prereqs. They just somehow passed. You have to learn these things, because once you get in nursing school, you're gonna have to learn them, but you're gonna have to learn them at a fast pace. So it's just good to be a step ahead. Get your books. 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 Just get them. Because people in my program, in my experience, a lot of people came into the program and they were like, "Oh, I know we got books, but I'm gonna wait till I see if we actually need them, or maybe we don't need this one, or they too expensive, so I'm just gonna wait." Don't wait, because you're gonna be behind, like a week behind, because most teachers are expecting you to get your books, start reading, start studying. And if you wait until the last minute to get your books, you're going to be waiting for a week and a half, 2 weeks to get your books. And, within that time frame, at least for my program, we already had about 3 tests and you don't have a book. I mean, yeah, you could share with someone that has it, but if everybody has a mentality to wait to get your books, you all will be behind, and it's not setting you up for success at all. Like, you're in a program now. It's not regular prereqs where teachers are telling you to get a book that they wrote and you never open it, or you get books and you never open them. This is a program. You're going to be using your books. Your books are going to be like your Bible. So make sure you have the money to get them when you start the program. Secure that $500, $600 for books each semester. Yeah, that's how much they're about. But it's pricey, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And don't think about renting them, because you're going to need them. You're going to need them again for your exit exams, or for your NCLEX, or for reference. So these books are investments. Just think about it. Nursing school, the buying your uniforms, books, all of that, it's an investment, because 2 years of your life, when you get done, you will make all that money back. Just think about it that way. I'm just saying. Here are some keys to successes for finals week. Finals week. Yeah, I'm already talking about finals week, and you guys just started. But these next tips I'm going to tell you, they're going to help you be ready for midterms, going to help you be ready for finals week without no stress. When all your friends stressing, you're going to be like, "Girl, I'm already ready. I already done did what I had to do. No stress on over here," right? Okay, y'all get ready. Get ready for these diamonds that's about to drop. Make sure that you block out times to study and to have fun. Make sure that you're making a weekly schedule of everything that needs to be done that week. Make sure you're making a monthly schedule of everything that needs to be done that month, as far as assignments due, or exams and midterms, and when finals week will be. Things so that you can look ahead and be like, okay, here's what I need to handle 2 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance, so that you're not lost, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And make sure that you make time to have fun. If you're a transfer student, you're going somewhere where you don't know anyone, make sure that you make time to get to know some of the people that's in your program. Make sure that you get time to go out and explore the area, go out to dinner, go out to a club, go hang out with your new classmates, and go painting, go talk about something. Just you need some time to relieve yourself of stress. If you're work all the time, you're bound to build up stress. So make sure you just manage your time appropriately. 2. So make sure that when you manage your time appropriately, that you're reading, that you're studying the material that the teacher gave you, whether it's PowerPoints or verbal notes that you're taking in class. And make sure that you find yourself a study group. You cannot do this alone. At some points you can. There are people that can study certain subjects alone, but there's people that are book smart and that just get the nursing common sense of what a nurse should do, or what should a nurse do when it comes to delegation of LPN or a UPA, or some people call it a CNA. Those type of nursing common sense don't come easy. And so you might be strong in book smart, like the class pathophysiology. You just get it. You just read the book, you get it. You watch the videos, you get it. It just clicks for you. While other people have better understanding of nursing common sense once it's explained and broken down to them. If you guys aren't in nursing school yet, or you just started. So if you don't understand what nursing common sense is, it's just the thinking of a nurse. It's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more outside of the box, as far as when you're talking about delegation, or when you're talking about nurses dealing with a patient. Just make sure that you study group. And the thing with a study group is some people misunderstand that a study group is not meant to study for the first time on material, or study completely for a test with those people. It is you read the material, you went over the material from class, and you studied at home by yourself, and then you all pick a date to come together and say, hey, let's go over the stuff that we learned from class, or let's get prepared for this test that is next week or 3 days from now. It's not to depend on those people to help you get the information. You have to get the information, or somewhat get the information yourself. So when you are in a study group, you can say, hey, I studied this, but I didn't really understand it. I read the book. This is what the book said. I watched the video. But does anyone else understand it? You see? That's how it works. And study groups are not 10 people. Not 10 people at all. It should never be more than 5. And 5 is pushing it. My study group was 3 people, a solid 3 people. And then every now and then we'll have 2 or 3 more people come, just for when it came to midterm week or finals. But on a regular basis, it was just 3 people. That's it. That's all you really need. And you want to make sure that the people that are in your study group are working hard just as you are working hard. You never want everybody else studying and reading the material and coming to the study group and somebody's not contributing, or somebody wants to take over the study group and say, listen, I understand y'all want to go over all of this, but I don't get this. So let's jump to this because I don't get it. I don't care about what the rest of y'all don't get or the process of how we doing it. The study group is about saying, here, this is what we're going to do in our study group today. Not jumping all around the place. Hey, let's study chapters 1 through 5 today. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, and then somebody over here is like, okay, I understand everything else. I don't care about y'all. Let's jump to chapter 5 because that's what I don't get so that I can go home, go to sleep. No, then you don't need to be part of the study group. Bye. Here is the big key to success. Y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. I don't think y'all ready. I don't think y'all ears, I don't think y'all mind is ready for this. Organize as you study. If you organize as you study, then when it comes to midterm and final week, you will already have all your notes organized so you can go back and review. You don't have to have all your notes jumbled up here, have the PowerPoints over here, have notes on the computer, notes in your book. Still got to read all of this. Still got to piece this and this together. If you have your notes organized from reading and from class, you never have to go back and organize your notes for midterm week or finals week because everything is prepared and ready to go to just for you to go back and review. And when I mean review, I'm not saying study, because when I'm thinking about studying, it's more of, oh, I'm actually going back and I'm learning it this time. No, you should learn it the first time, or semi-learn it the first time. So when you go back and review, you can say, okay, here's what my mistake was for the first test we ever had. I didn't really understand this concept. So now I'm going to go back and review the concept and the bits and pieces that I did not understand. I'm going to study them. So it helps you manage your time and not waste your time when it comes to midterm and finals week. And you won't have as much stress. I found myself having a lot of stress finals week just because the week before finals, usually universities give that week for you to go to class and to review week. You go to class, you review, and then the following week you have finals week. Well, in our case, we didn't have review. It was all of our last exams before finals week. So that whole week we had so many exams, didn't even have time to prepare for our finals. And so the weekend before our finals, we were like, me and my study group, we were like stressing, trying to review for all these classes that we had finals for. So we figured, next semester, second semester that we're in nursing school, that we're just going to start off on the right foot, start reading, start studying. As we're taking notes, make sure that we're taking them in a reasonable order and taking them legibly, so when we go back, there's no need to redo our notes and waste time. Lastly, you guys, my last key to success: just use other resources. Don't depend on the books that you're given. Don't depend on the notes that your teacher gives you, because at the end of the day, you have to know these things because you're going to be a nurse in a year or two. And it's your responsibility to make sure that you know these things. There's no more memorization. You're gonna have people's lives in your hands pretty soon. And so it's just best to make sure that you learn them, that you know them, and that they're forever in your mind. I say use apps. I say go to tutoring so that you can get a better understanding. Go to your teacher's office hours, while you're studying and stuff, and you run across something that you really don't understand or that your study group doesn't understand. You can go to your teacher's office hours and just ask them questions or review your tests as you take them, or after you take them. Sorry, that makes more sense. So that you know what you don't understand and that you can understand it better for finals, or if it ends up on your exit exam from your program, or if it even ends up on the NCLEX. So, just use other resources and branch out there. Make learning fun. Learning doesn't always have to be boring. You can turn it into games or whatnot. I remember one time we were studying for midterms and we did hangman based off of if you got the question right or wrong. So, studying doesn't have to be boring. Everything doesn't have to be boring. Nursing school is very exciting, so why not make your study methods more exciting? In that way, you won't forget them. Just like I said, I can recall that game and I can recall what we talked about because it was memorable. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you are thinking about going to nursing school, just know the piercings, you all tatted up, the nail polish, the nails, them acrylics, girl, it gotta go. Gotta go. Yeah, it gotta go. That's sad though, but it gotta go. The only reason why is because nursing school is about being professional. And sadly to say, our society doesn't think that professionalism includes piercings on your nose, on your lips. People got the piercings for the moles. I don't understand that. But you can't have it. You can't even have extra piercings in your ear. You can only have the little piercing right there. Tattoos, you can have tattoos wherever you want on your body, but when you go to clinicals, depending on where you work as a nurse, what field of nursing you decide to go into, you have to cover up your piercings with makeup. It just can't be shown. The getting your nails painted, acrylic nails, I know my program doesn't allow it just because they say nail polish with the cracks and stuff in it, when you have, don't get your manicure done right away, that it carries so much germs on it that it can spread infection or whatever around the hospital. And then with acrylic, same thing. So they say no. But that doesn't mean that you can't, get your nails done during winter break when you don't have school. A lot of girls in my program did that, but it's not the end of the world. You just can't have it while you're in school. Well, guys, we have reached the end of all my tips that I have to give you about nursing prereqs and first semester nursing tips. I hope that you all were taking notes. Any of my current nurses or current nursing students that would like to add more advice, more survival advice, to the entering nursing students, please comment below. If you all want to see more videos of tips or anything, comment below. Let me know what you want more advice on. Working on the vlog for you all. Gonna do a test run on that and see if that's successful. And if it is, I'll keep doing them for you. Shout out to all my subscribers who are watching and liking what I'm doing. I appreciate you all so far, and I hope that you all continue to tune in. And be with me on my journey through nursing school and through life. Dream chasing. See y'all later.